Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome to yet another conference. All honor, glory, and praise be to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I want to talk today about satanic meddling. Satanic meddling. And I wanted to speak to you all about how, as believers, I'm going to speak to you all about how the enemy, in his walking to and fro, seeking whom he may devour, he will always be trying to find a door, a doorway, a passageway, a window, a crack in the foundation that he can slither through to try to get to you. Okay? There are those of you out there who have people in your lives that they don't need to be there. And I don't know who those people are to you all. I don't know if it's a spouse, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, or friends. Most likely it's people that are frenemies. Those people don't need to be there. Now, I do understand that some people are a necessary evil. And what do I mean by necessary evil? I mean, it is of a necessity that they are around you for the purposes of testing. Okay? But what a lot of people fail to realize is that some people, you only cross paths with them. They were seasonal people. That means they were not there for the long haul, meaning that they were never purposed for that in the first place. The purpose of you crossing paths with people or groups of people was to test you in some area of your lives or strengthen you in some area of your lives, which is pretty much sort of the same difference in a way, because the purpose of testing is to strengthen you, okay? And or to fortify you. Well, some of you may already be strong, or to strengthen you where some of you may be weak, okay? Because a lot of people's weaknesses out there are their friendships, and by that I mean some people, they can't stand to be by themselves. They always have to have a group of people around them or be around a group of people. Some people probably as soon as they get off from work or get in from school, they have to get on the phone and call somebody. Or they have to go over somebody's house. Or they have to find out where the hangout is. Where's everybody at? And they have to go there. They never take the time for self-discovery. They never take the time to get to know themselves. And I'm not saying that people have to become loners. I'm not saying people have to do anything at all. You live your lives the way you want. But I think that sometimes it's more healthy for you all to get in touch with yourselves, more so than always connecting yourselves with other people and other energies. Because whoever you are around the most, that's whose energies you are absorbing. Have you ever noticed people tend to flock to their own kind? People hang around their own kind, even in the churches. If there are two-faced, dirty, backstabbing people in the churches, they will find another two-faced, dirty, backstabbing person to migrate towards. It's almost like they automatically know who each other are without even knowing one another. I think it's an energy thing. It's an energetic thing. It's a spiritual thing, first and foremost. And then you find people that are decent and of high morals and things of that nature, and those types of people migrate together. And that's the reason why one reason why there's the biblical term two cannot walk together except they be agreed. Now I know I didn't quote it exactly. I wasn't trying to, but I'm just saying that people have to get in where they fit in, and people feel most comfortable around their own kind, and that can be good or bad. Okay, and I think it's very important for self-discovery so that a lot of you know who you are. And then you will understand why, all throughout your lives there were certain types of people that you just couldn't deal with. Their conversation was not your conversation. The things that interest you all didn't interest them, and what interests them didn't interest you. You all have to get in where you fit in. And a lot of times you could be in situations where you have to walk away from. You have to separate yourselves from certain groups of people, certain classes of people that are just not, they just don't make your grade. They don't fit your grade. You have to leave them down there. And you have to walk away. And for those of you, if you've ever cut off a group of friends, like, especially if it were people that you hung with when you all were like younger, when actually socializing was the most important to people, or some people, um, due to, I guess, age and adolescence and things of that nature. Um, it's almost like what I'm trying to say is the people that you all ran with. Once you cut them off and you step into a level of maturity, you all stepped into a life of maturity. Many of you may have gotten married, had children, built your homes and your lives. A lot of times those people will have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so accustomed to you being around them and coming around them and doing what they do. And then, there are those of you that understand that one level of maturity that you will reach is self-discovery. When you learn to enjoy your own company and be off to yourself and find out who you are apart from the masses. And a lot of times people that you forsake and leave behind, they will fall into a heart of stalking. They would try to stalk your lives and follow you all because, they just can't, they can't endure the rejection. They can't accept the fact that you walked away from me. And it's also sort of an air of people thinking of themselves more highly than they should. Because why can't people walk away from you? Why can't they just make a conscious decision to say they want to explore other things out there or form other groups of friends out there? Why can't people walk away from you? And when they walk away from you, why do you care? You know what I'm saying? I understand that sometimes people have emotional attachments to people. Now, I understand that, so I'm not knocking that. I'm not saying anything slack by me saying, why do you care? But I think more so maybe I should phrase it as, why do you care so much? What is it about those people or those persons that you feel like if they walk away from you all, then you all are less than a man, less than a woman, less than whoever you are? You know what I'm trying to say? You should never feel about yourselves in a way that you feel like somebody else completes you. You should be a whole person within yourself, so that it doesn't matter who walks. It doesn't matter if this group of people don't want to get together and play cards on the weekend anymore and this and that. Third. Let them play cards together and then you go get in where you fit in, But a lot of times when you walk away from people, they can become stalkers. It could be groups of people or it could be a single individual. They will become stalkers because, they just can't get over themselves. You mean to tell me you walked away from somebody like them, who they think they are? Let's talk a little bit about stalking. So I think I'm going to title this message Clean Breaks. I feel that it's very important to make clean breaks from people, which is basically a clean break is complete separation from something. And there are people on this planet. I believe they are the. I don't know the term I'm looking for. It can't come to mind the term that I'm looking for. But they are the top-notch people in clean breaks. There's some people, I'm telling you, when they cut you off, you are cut off. And I know because I'm one of those types of people, but I can't think of the term I was looking for. But a clean break is basically what you do to someone or a group of people that you feel no longer serve a purpose in your life. And it's not that those people or those persons were being used. It's just that you have no use for them anymore. And oftentimes, when you cut people off, of course they're going to take an offense and they're going to be sometimes even vengeful. Some people turn into stalkers. Some groups turn into stalkers. Some individuals turn into stalkers. But that's their problem. Let's define stalker. A stalker is somebody that pursues and approaches stealthily. Okay? The characteristics of a stalker is monitoring, harassing for some people, repeatedly contacting people, following another person. It's actually a personality disorder. Stalkers are oftentimes, well, no, they are delusional. There's no oftentimes to it. Stalkers are delusional, and they have narcissistic personalities. It's actually a personality disorder that is present in more than half the stalkers who have gone under evaluation. So stalking is a personality disorder. So for those of you out there that are being stalked, either by people that you left behind or by people that you don't even know, you must understand that stalkers have a personality disorder. Now, when you take a look at social media and you see how many people are stalking other people, then you come to the realization of just how many nutcases there are in this world today. Um, there's 7 types of stalkers, actually. A rejected stalker, who is somebody who they become a stalker after a breakup because they were rejected by someone. So now they're angry and they want revenge. The second type of stalker is predatory stalker. And those types of stalkers are normally sexually obsessed and they have deviant sexual fantasies. The third type of stalker is an intimacy seeker. That's someone that is mentally ill. They believe the victim will love them or learn to love them. And oftentimes those types will focus on prominent celebrity figures. The fourth type of stalker is a political stalker, and they are motivated by political beliefs, and they stalk people who agree or disagree with their views. Okay? The fifth type of stalker is a hitman, and that is the most dangerous type. Oh, I think I did this backwards, but never mind. That is the most dangerous type of stalker, and they have instructions to badly injure or murder a person sometimes. Well, no, not sometimes. They do, or they try to. The sixth type of stalker is an incompetent one. That is someone who, see, relationships, lonely, target strangers. Yeah, they target strangers. And the seventh type of stalker is a resentful stalker. They feel mistreated in some way, form. It is a form of mental illness. They experience paranoia, persecution, self-righteousness. They are self-pitying. They want revenge for their perceived mistreatment. And that kind of ties back into the delusional type of mindset that some people have. Stalkers are delusional. Oftentimes the world that they live in is the world that they have created within themselves, but it is not reality. So that's why you have people out there who they, in their minds, they have formed relationships with people that they've never been with, or people that have never been involved with them or even seen them in that manner, in that light. But in their minds, they have formed relationships. And they will go out and tell other people that as well. And other people are actually gullible enough and naive enough to believe it. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen out there, you have to be careful about the types of people that you meet, the types of groups that you affiliate yourselves with, the type of people that you hang out with in these last days, because, we have a lot of unstable people out there. They're unstable mentally, emotionally, and they will try to draw you all into their world, and when you find yourselves dealing with those types of people, you just have to, just watch your backs, because we have a lot of delusional people out there. The world that they live in is the one that they've created, and they'll try to bring other people onto the bandwagon. That's the sad part about it. But and oftentimes from those types of people, if you're hanging around those types of groups, you have to make a clean break. And those are the types of groups that will become stalkers, and they will be curious about your lives, and sometimes they will send people towards you to your lives to try to befriend you or become acquainted with you, because they want to know what's going on in your lives. They want to know if you're dating, if you're married, if you have children. They want to know how old you are. They want to know where you work. They want to know what are your daily activities, your coming in, your going outs, and they want to know about your families or your family, and they just want to know everything about you, So I would also encourage you all to guard your privacy and from those types of people. Be aware of plants. I don't mean the plants that are coming out of the ground, but I mean people that are planted around you to try to spy and stalk and gawk in your lives and stuff, And me, I'm very adamant about protecting my privacy, so I don't really worry too much about anybody invading my privacy, because I'm just so picky about the types of people that I allow in my inner circle. It takes a lot to come into my inner circle. I will leave it at that. And that's a standard that I have set, and boundaries that I have set. And I feel that you all should have that as well. I think that when you're much younger, like if you're teenagers or if you're children, most children don't have boundaries. Most teenagers don't have boundaries, because you're learning, you're living and you're learning and you're finding your way. It is not until later on in life, when you step into a level of maturity, that you realize that you do have to have boundaries, and that you do have to be picky about the types of people that you allow in your life, allow in your homes, allow to even come visit you all. You know, I know that I don't know about you all, but when I was much younger, there were certain people that I wouldn't associate with, you know, because to me, you know, they were just grimy people. But then there were other people that I would hang around. I wouldn't do what they were doing, but I would hang around. And I've always protected my privacy. But a lot of times what you fail to realize is that a lot of people that hang around you, they're not hanging around you just to have a good time. They're hanging around you because they're watching you. And you don't even realize they're watching you, and they're spying on you, and they're trying to find out things about your lives. And when you're much younger, you don't realize that's what those people are doing. They're trying to collect information. And oftentimes, it's not until later on in life that you learn about people with narcissistic personalities. That's what I'm trying to say. And then when you all get older and you start learning about that there are people with mental disorders, and you look back over your lives and realize that you have allowed yourselves to be affiliated, even if it's just in hanging out with people that have narcissistic personalities, people who have mental disorders, that you did not diagnose as having a mental disorder because you yourselves were just young and you knew nothing about it. And like I said, you were living your lives and finding your way, you know. But I feel like when you know better, you do better. And as you get older, that's why there's that word called maturity, you know. And as you get older, you should desire more mature relationships and people that are healthy mentally, emotionally, you know, and that will benefit you all in your lives. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like emotional health, and there's nothing like mental um, health. You need mentally healthy people in your lives if you are a mentally healthy person. You need emotionally healthy people in your lives if you are emotionally healthy, because what's going to happen if you allow people that are emotionally toxic and mentally toxic, eventually that toxin is going to affect you all in some way in your lives. And what you do, you begin to take on other people's burdens without realizing it. Because one thing I will say in ministry, you have to have your boundaries, especially in ministry. Because if you don't, you'll go too far with the ministering. You know, it's not your job to be the Savior. It is your job to introduce the Savior. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's Jesus Christ. Okay, but anyway, getting back to talking about making clean breaks. So now, you know, some of you out there, I think you will have a lot more peace in your lives once you make clean breaks from people. And once you make a clean break, sometimes with that will come stalking. But, you know, people can either get over it or they can just, hey, live in their own self-created hells. That's the way I look at it. But it's very important that you all, excuse me, shake the dust from your feet. If you do decide to make a clean break from a group of people or people or whatever, or come out of certain relationships or involvements or friendships, clean breaks are important. And I think it's important for you all to shake the dust from your feet. And basically, shaking the dust from your feet means leave forever. You know, there's a scripture in the Bible, in the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 14, that reads, "And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet." Jesus Christ said that. Okay? So, Father knows best, you know. Shaking dust means leave forever. Jesus is saying, leave it forever. Leave it. It's actually a metaphoric term alluding to move one's feet fast enough to shake off dust. And it appears in several books of the Holy Bible. Okay? So even Father God is not about you all, you know, staying or dealing with something or a place or a situation where you're not wanted. It's a waste of your time. You know, it's a waste of your time, and your time is valuable. Life is valuable. Life is short. And that's not me speaking any ill will. I'm just saying life is short. I mean, you think of it as being long when you're a child, when you're a teenager. But then when you start seeing how many people are actually dying in the world today, you know, that are young. You know, people that are, you know, teenagers in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s. Life is really, it's short when you really think about it. You know, so you have to live it to its fullest. And you have to Be mindful of the types of people that you all hang around and hang out with. You know what I'm saying? If it's not top quality, good quality people, and you are a top quality, good quality person, you need to cut them off. You need to just make a clean break. I know a lot of people cannot make clean breaks because of emotional ties, but and that's understandable. And I think that's more difficult for people that are very young. Because when you're young, your heart is not guarded and it's open and it's free. But I think as we get older and we mature and we develop thicker skins, a clean break becomes easier. I know for me, it's very easy for me to make a clean break from someone. I mean, I just cut people off. I will cut. I am the queen of cut off. And when I cut somebody off, they are cut off, and they will know that they are cut off. I don't have to tell them; they will know. And when I cut people off, it's for life. And I don't deal with people like that again because, I'm a very no nonsense type person. I don't know how you all are, but I'm very no nonsense. And I see the value in life. I see the value in my life. And I just don't have time for foolishness. And I'm the type of person, I don't have time for people trying to waste my time. Um, Especially if it's friendships or anything of that nature, something like that. I don't have time for it. If a person cannot and does not live up to my standard, they're cut off. And they need to go get in where they fit in, and I'll get in where I fit in. That's the way I look at it. And like I said, oftentimes, people can become stalkers. And I know a lot of people that are famous, they have to deal with that type of dysfunctional behavior from other people. And that's why they have bodyguards. And, not all of us have bodyguards or even going to hire a bodyguard. It may not be to that uh, level of being severe. But I think that a clean break should be exactly what it is. When you leave people behind, leave them behind. Um, they've either served the purpose that they were sent to serve in your life, or they served absolutely no purpose in your life. They were just time wasters. They were just hanging around you all to feed off of you all, to feed off of your energy, to feed off of your time. And I don't know about you all, but the worst thing a person can do is let me know that they are trying to waste my time. Oh my gosh. Somebody like that will see the back of my head so quick. I don't play around with people. I don't play around with narcissistic personalities. I You have to set boundaries and stand on your foundation and allow no cracks in your foundation, because I'm telling you, the devil will try to slither in. And we all know that, well, we all don't know. I'll take that statement back. Forgive me for that. I'll just say there are those of us that know that people who have narcissistic personalities, woo, I think that the majority of the world is that way. I'm not saying everybody, but it's starting to look that way to me. That, people are just in it for whatever they feel they can get out of other people. And it's sad that we live in that type of world, but we live in a world of predators. And that's why clean breaks are important. And I know that when I remove people from my life, it's always for a reason. Always for a good reason. And it's always permanent. I don't ever look back. Like I said, early on in your lives, like when you're children or teenagers, you might look back for a little bit. Because like I said, as the children and teenagers, your hearts are more pure. Not more pure, I take that back. They don't have boundaries. They don't have fences. Children love you. They don't care who you are. They don't care if you're rich or poor. A child's love is so pure. It is so innocent. And that's what I'm talking about. That purity and that type of love, unconditional love. But I think that when people get older and they get more mature, you realize that you have to set boundaries with people. And you can't just allow just anybody at your house. And you can't just allow just anybody, in your lives. You have to be picky about the types of people that you allow in your lives. And when you're younger, you're not. You allow people in your lives and everybody they're attached to. Everybody they're related to. Here comes everybody. And oftentimes it's all just a bunch of fecal matter. Even the person that you initially allowed inside your circle, And oftentimes later on in life, those will be the ones you have to battle. But why? Because they're mad because you've cut them off and you don't want anything to do with them ever again. And you will never have anything to do with them ever again. And so now those are the types that will become stalkers. They'll become the stalkers. They'll be the ones all on social media spreading lies. They'll be the ones driving by your homes, trying to see whose car is in your yard. They'll be the ones want to know who's your latest love interest. Are you married? Do you have more children or any children? What's going on with you and your families? What's going on? Do you have any friends? If you have friends, where do y'all hang out? Where do y'all have dinner? You know, just sick, crazy people that are delusional and have personality disorders. And a lot of people do. They're not going to tell you, hey, they're crazy. A crazy person is not going to tell you they are crazy. You will find that out after you get involved with them. And it doesn't necessarily mean a relationship. It just means after you have acquainted yourself with them, you will realize this person is crazy. Clean break. Okay, and with that said, God bless you all until next time. And I just want to encourage you that if there's somebody that has walked away from you all, let them keep walking. Or if there's somebody that you all have walked away from, keep walking. So both parties need to keep walking. Because I don't know about you all. I don't try to influence people one way or the other through my conferences. I do share just a little bit about how I would handle a situation. And maybe that will help somebody come to a decision maybe they need to make. But especially for you ladies out there, I would say, if you make a clean break, even if it's in a friendship, relationships, or whatever, let the clean break be the clean break. A clean break means complete separation from something. And it is permanent. It is permanent. There's no second chance, especially if it's somebody that, or a group of people that have disrespected you all in your lives, or treated you in a manner that would be less than how you would treat yourselves. Disrespected you all, or people who are just full of drama, people who are tied to low class, low grade people that are beneath you. They're tied to people that are beneath you. You better believe that two cannot walk together except they be agreed. Okay? So no matter what type of illusion that somebody who is delusional tried to paint for you all, you must understand that people are who they are. Groups of people, they are who they are. And you have to get in where you fit in. And when you find out, or some of you don't have to find out, you already know who people are. But when you come to the realization that enough is enough with people, and you make a clean break, you need to let that stand. You don't need to go back and dibble and dabble. And it's not to say that people aren't going to try to come back into your good graces, but I know I'm the type of person, I don't know about you all, but people really don't get second chances with me. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with giving people second chances. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. I believe in forgiveness, and I believe that sometimes people, they can deserve second chances. I'm just saying that I don't believe in second chances because I believe that who a person showed me that they are the first go round is who they are. So my thing is, once you've shown me who you are, don't try to come back and be somebody different, okay? Because I've already seen them in that way, and nothing is going to change my vision and how I see them, my vision of them. So, I just feel like that, I don't know about you all, but when people mess up with me, they've messed up for life. That's what I'm trying to say. And that means I don't want them in my face. I don't want them in my presence. I don't want them in my life, my circle. I don't want somebody like that or a group of people like that anywhere around me. I don't want them involved around me at all. They are cut off. It's called clean break. It's called clean break. And I believe that when you step into a certain level of maturity, you can make clean breaks. Because even though your hearts, I think that when it comes to a matter of the heart, I think our hearts change. And even though we're supposed to be as little children, as the children of God, like I said, the difference between being a child and having the heart of a child is that children don't have boundaries. And as adults, you should. Okay? And I feel like that when people have disrespected you all to a certain level or a certain extent, there's no coming back from some things. And I think that some people just have to live with who they are and the bad decisions that they've made for their lives, for their own lives. They have to live. People have to pay for how they disrespect other people and disrespect the lives of other people. And they have to pay for any drama that they may have tried to bring or have brought to you all, to the lives of you all. People have to pay for things like that. And I know I'm the type of person. I don't trust people, but I will say that trust has to be earned. And I will say that if I do decide to ever befriend people or befriend a person, once somebody loses me as a friend, they've lost me forever. And it's straight like that. It's just what it is. I don't believe in second chances. A lot of people may say, oh, that's a little harsh, and it depends on what the person does. Yes, I agree, but see, why play around when you know who you are? You know, and I know the type of person I am, and I've always been this type of person, you know. And a lot of people, they felt like, I could honestly say that there may have been people that felt like uh, I was giving them a second chance. I wasn't giving them a second chance. I had a hidden agenda myself, but I won't get into that. You know, but anyway, no, I don't believe in second chances. There are people that felt like I was giving them a second chance. I wasn't giving them a second chance. I had something I had to do. I had something I had to accomplish. And when I accomplished it, I made a clean break, you know. And that's how I am. I won't go into detail about that. But no, I don't believe in second chances. I'm not saying for you all not to. I don't. I don't. I believe that, and see, it's, for me, I'm the type of person, brothers and sisters, people don't have to, they don't have to show me who they are or tell me who they are. I know who they are. I know from Jump Street. See, like I said, I don't play the game. I am the game. So when somebody's standing up in my face, I know who is standing up in my face because I have a discerning spirit. I have a discerning spirit. I always know who people are. You could take the greatest snake out there that has ever tried me, and I knew who that person was all along. That is how sharp I am. Okay, that's the reason why. Excuse me. I can make clean breaks. It's just that I'm just waiting my time out to decide when I want to do it. When I want to say, okay, enough is enough. I'm cutting you off. Don't bother me again. And it's that way. And it doesn't have to be any hard feelings. I know it doesn't have to be any on my end. And there actually doesn't have to be any emotion involved either, because I don't know about you all, but I'm the type of person, once somebody disrespects me to a certain degree, I don't feel anything for them. I mean, they could fall off the face of the earth and I wouldn't care. I don't care about what's going on in their lives. I don't care about their hardships. I don't care about their relationships. I don't care about nothing that nobody is putting them through. Because when I'm through with people, I'm through with them. It's just that they need to get it through their heads. And it just is what it is. I believe in shaking dust. I believe in shaking dust right off of my feet. You know, and it is what it is. So anyway, I just wanted to come to you all with this conference, just in case some of you are indecisive about certain decisions that you need to make in your lives, certain people that you need to cut off. When your assignment is up, and when, you know, when it's up, it's up. And by that, I'm talking about people as it pertains to the ministry. If Father assigned you to minister to a group of people or a certain individual, when your assignment is over and complete, it's over and complete. And if that person can't get over you or the situation, that's on them. If they want to stop, hey, that's them. That's them wasting their life, the quality of their life, if they have any quality, you know. But hey, let them do what they want to do. But I'm just saying, you have to put your foot down with certain people, and I don't have a problem putting my foot down. I don't have a problem shaking dust, and I definitely don't have a problem with cutting people out of my life forever. And it's not that a lot of people were ever in my life in the first place. It's just that there will be no further affiliation. And so with that said, God bless you all until next time. I would say when you make a decision, let it be final. Bye-bye.